Hey, good morning, church. Happy Friday to you. We just finished our first full week of a new year, and I know many of us like to take on New Year's resolutions or perhaps a phrase or a word that we carry with us through the year as sort of a theme or a banner. And if you're just coming to this now and you're a little late to the game, you're not alone. I tend to think of these things throughout the first couple weeks. But if you're still looking for one, and maybe perhaps especially after another challenging week that we've had beginning this year, one to consider is simply the word believe. I am reading in the Gospel of John this morning, and the theme in John prevailing all throughout is all of these signs and wonders that Jesus performed that pointed to him being the Messiah, that were for the purpose of believing. See the signs that he does and believe he is who he says he is, believe he is a Messiah. I love so much these few events that happen toward the end of the book. Right after the crucifixion of Jesus, we see Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus. This is at the end of chapter 19. They come to collect the body of Jesus and prepare it for burial. And both men are acknowledged as Joseph of Arimathea. It says he is a secret disciple of Jesus because he is intimidated by the Jews. And Nicodemus, we see him first coming secretly to Jesus at night. And both of these men, even though their outward circumstances put them in positions of intimidation and fear, they cannot help but believe in Jesus. And it is their belief, their faith, that motivates them to come and care for Jesus' body for burial. And then in the next chapter, after Jesus is resurrected, we see him appearing to his disciples. He just appears out of nowhere through the walls. And in the first appearance, Thomas is not there to witness his resurrected body. And he has a hard time believing because he didn't see it. He even says, unless I see the nail holes in his hands, put my finger in the nail holes and stick my hand in his side, I won't believe it. And in 8 whole days pass, and then Jesus appears to the disciples again, and he looks directly at Thomas and he encourages him. See, put your fingers in the holes of my hands, put your hand in my side. Don't be unbelieving, believe. I love so much that Jesus understands and makes room for the doubt that Thomas has, that he has a hard time believing. He doesn't chastise him or berate him. He simply meets him where he's at. So a couple takeaways for us today through this year: to be like, or to follow after someone like Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus, in spite of what our eyes see around us, to lean in and listen to the Spirit of God tugging at within us, that where we cannot help but believe, let us disregard what our eyes around us tell us otherwise, and instead lean in wholeheartedly to that belief within. Our God is good, he is faithful, he is kind, he will lead us through another year, and he will be with us all along the way. Let's increase our faith this year. Let's lean into that belief. Lord, I believe in you. I believe who you say you are. I cannot help but believe, and to trust and to follow. And at the same time, let's be patient and gracious and understanding with ourselves and those around us who, like Thomas, may have a hard time believing right now in this season. Have compassion and understanding, and ask God to reveal to us what it is that we are needing to help our faith increase, to be understanding and compassionate. I encourage us, challenge us this week to just simply believe. Whatever that means to you in this time, believe what God has said to you, believe what he has promised, believe who he is. Have a great Friday.